going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we've got the Friday and Saturday game review. I don't know, we're talking the games since I last saw you guys, which was the Thursday night, talking about Bont and the great show that we got from Ross Lyon. Overall, I'm pretty happy with this week so far. Obviously there's some pretty low lows, but pretty high highs as well, so we'll go through it. Start with the Hawks and Crows. Now, for me, not much relevant here besides a couple of cash cows, if you want to call them that. Dylan Moore went nuts. Crazy game from him. 13 tackles, 23 disposals. Yeah, besides that, not a whole lot. Meek, solid-ish game, I guess. 40 hit-outs. You probably want a bit more than 93. Yeah, not a lot relevant for Hawthorn. Newcomb only 73, and he had a clutch goal. So, yeah, he's looking like a bit of a trap, I think. More a gutless dog. I'm just reading this fan footy chat. So this is the problem. Henry Huswaite, 4 Supercoach. Tearing it up in the reserves. 31 touches or last 3 weeks or whatever he was getting, and yeah, comes out and pumps out that. So that's yeah, that's a probably goodbye and never see you again, Henry. I don't think he's coming back to the senior team anytime soon. So, yeah, goes to show, especially at as a midfielder, big difference from resis to seniors in the AFL. So, is what it is. He's probably gone, but whatever. Moving on to Adelaide, Jordan Dawson, another big game, 118. Keys, 123. If anyone has him, well done. Bring him in, especially if you've got him before last week. Would have been huge. And then Rankin 81, and that's with a clutch goal as well. So he's a problem at this point. Sligo down game if anyone has him still. And Pedler. So Pedler subbed. He was doing okay, I thought. Yeah, anyway, he gets subbed out basically half time or 46% time on ground. So that's cooked another rookie for us, which is just, man. At this point, like, are we ever going to get rookies that are going to make money? Zach Johnson is the only one. Let's go to the next game. Get that shit game off my screen ASAP. Planning on streaming tonight, guys, by the way. If anyone's keen, I've finally got a Sunday night off work, so that will be good to actually be able to stream. I think that's really where I kind of grew the channel a fair bit. Streaming on that Sunday night with you guys, and yeah, got to know some of the community and whatnot. So yeah, I think that might be the strat for tomorrow. So yeah, let's talk about Brisbane first. Zorko 123, very solid game. 26 disposals, 4 tackles. Probably a bit lucky with those numbers. Lachie Neale started like a house on fire. I feel like O'Halloran went to him in the second half. Could be wrong, but from what I saw, I think that's what happened. Dunkley, terrible. McCluggage 100, solid if anyone has him. Same with Fort. But then it drops off. So Dunkley and Will Ashcroft, 76 and 74. Not good at all. And I've obviously got Will Ashcroft, so frustrating one. But, you know, it's, yeah, it is what it is. Will's been really good, and he has these games every now and then, but then comes back with like 2 120s. So, yeah, we'll ride it. Levi, if anyone still has him, 45, a little bit disappointing. I feel a bit sorry for Levi. I don't feel sorry for him, but he's not being used to his best potential. I think if he was a midfielder at pretty much any other club, if he played at any other club, he'd be playing midfield. He's actually gun. He's got the most trash role, and the fact that he scored so well for us in this crappy half-forward random role has been pretty good, so time to get rid of him is now or last week, but yeah, he's been pretty good for us and can't hate on him. He's going to be a gun. Like, he's going to be an uber premium for sure. Just the way he stat pads, and he's really clean. Like, actually a good player. I can't believe Brisbane don't use him. I think they just can't fit him in that midfield rotation, which is fair enough. There's a lot of guns going through there. So moving on to GWS, Cadman went nuts. 5 goals, 1. Whitfield, really good game. I mean, frustrating, very frustrating watch as a non-owner. Just so many kick-ins. They kicked 18 friggin' behinds. So Ashton and Whitfield again. We're bound to have a field day. Yeah, it is what it is. yeah, Hogan, big game. Callahan, nice game back. First game back, 123. Tom Green, 110. You take that. Ash just keeps doing what Ash does all year, which is just make me pay for not starting him, and I started him 2 years ago. And then Madden, 78. Solid game. I guess he's going to make money. We'll look at him maybe for Boyd next week. I don't know if I can afford to be sideways in rookies. Yeah. Brett Daniels going to be nice and cheap. I think 10 Supercoach, so there you go. Sam Taylor reminds me why I shouldn't be bringing him in with a 58 from 96% time on ground. Let's move on to the next game, Essendon versus Geelong. Oh, what a game this was to watch. We'll start with Essendon because I don't have too much. Todd Gobson, you can get fucked because where was this when I had you? 111. Caldwell, solid 111. Setterfield, we're not going to talk about him. He's not relevant. He went to Bailey Smith, but couldn't match him anywhere. Besides at stoppages, and even that really didn't really work. Smith just makes him look like an absolute snail, so he's not very fast Setterfield, so yeah, Bailey Smith just, there wasn't even any point tagging him, to be honest. Merritt scraped his way to 100, so you take that as an owner. Pretty rough tag. I think he copped Mullen for most of the game, so yeah, not ideal. Nick Martin, 88. It's not great, is it? 10 marks, 26 disposals. Yeah, he should have had a bit more, but oh well. Zach Johnson, 84. Love to see that. Absolutely love to see that. It's the only cash cow we've got that's working at the moment because Angus Clark scored a 29. Cheers, mate. And Daywicks got subbed out on 27. So, yeah, he's been the worst trade in just about all time, but whatever. Now, we'll move on to Geelong. Max Holmes, take a friggin' bow, you goat. 36 disposals, went at 80%, 8 clearances, just dominant game from him. Clear best on ground, 1 goal. What a gun. Jezza kicked 6 as well. You could probably argue he was best on if he kicked 6. Baz, another good game from him. Sat out for the last 10 minutes, so this was probably a 120, 130. But yeah, they just were precautious with him, I guess. And yeah, disposal efficiency letting him down from going that really big score, 58% efficiency, 6 clangers. So that's a typical Baz game, but still friggin' beast nonetheless. 41 disposals. Moving on to anyone else relevant? Jack Martin's one to consider. 80 Supercoach, or 79. He scored 30 last week. We'll see what his break-even is this week. Looks like there's going to be a couple of rookies on the bubble this week, or cash cows. So, yeah, keep an eye on that. Anyone else relevant? No. Let's move on to the North versus Freo game, which is a very relevant game for me. Start with Freo. So I had Brayshaw and Serong, so very happy with that. Finally, Serong's given us a good score, and I know I'm probably being a bit scummy saying finally when I've only had him for 2 or 3 weeks, and some people started him and he hasn't done this. But yeah, it's nice to get a good score from Serong. Started off pretty slow. I mean, I was watching, I only saw the first half. And I was thinking, bloody hell, what are you doing, Serong? Why did I get this guy? I think I called him an elf 5 or 6 times in that first half. But yeah, no, it's a good game from Serong. 10 tackles in the end. 36 touches or something? Yeah. And a goal. 16 contested. Jeez, he must have turned on in the second half. Brayshaw, another big game from him. So he just does what Brayshaw always does, it seems. I really would love Serong to turn into a captaincy option like he was at the start of last year. That'd be huge. Jordan Clark, 96, you take it. Same with Jackson's 100. I thought they probably got the best of Cherry in the end. Second half, or at least the last quarter. Cherry had a scoreless 4th quarter, so that really hurt him. Shai Bolton, 78. Yeah, not great. Sean Darcy, 71. Nat Fyfe was a sub, so he's probably one that could get pretty cheap. Not that he's on my radar at the moment. Let's move on to North Melbourne. Sheasel 115. We'll take that. Thank you. Yeah, Cherry only had 13 disposals, only 3 kicks. Usually has a lot of kicks, especially out of the packs. So that hurt his score, and yeah, just completely missing in that last quarter. LDU, he's another one that started off like a house on fire and just completely dropped off. Still tonned up, so you take it if you're an owner. But geez, it was looking like a massive score. They got the padlock on him. He must have caught some attention. Copped a warning tag after a red hot quarter 1. There you go. It's actually all I saw was the first quarter. Caleb Daniel 80, yeah, it's not great, but we'll take it. McKercher 60. So looking at his stats, 24 kicks, 3 handballs. Really, really good kick to handball ratio. 7 clangers and went at 55%. So that's what hurt him in the end. I didn't get him in, but I think if I did, I'd be pretty happy with that. As long as the roll stays, then you've got nothing to worry about. He should be fine for a 95 average, I'd say. I think it was just a bad game by Foot. But he puts himself in the right spot most of the game, and yeah, just turned it over too much tonight. Anyone else relevant for North? Feels like just about the whole team's relevant. Anyway, yeah, I think we'll move on. Let's have a look at my team and how we're going. So, yeah, it's been a pretty solid round, as you can tell. Looped between Dale and Clark, just in case, you know, Dale ended up scoring 100 more points, but we'll take it. Yeah, backline's been really solid. No sub-tons just yet. Hopefully, Rosie can keep that trend going. In terms of the midfield, not as good, but that's actually not updated because Shoes was on 42. Let's just refresh that real quick. Yeah, so yeah, midfield not as good, but still pretty solid because of Brayshaw and Serong. Yeah, just Bont and Ashcroft just let me down there, but whatever. Expecting Chero to go pretty big tomorrow against West Coast. Huswaite obviously didn't take his score. Zach Johnson 84. Beautiful, beautiful score for Cash Cow. We are that desperate for cash at the moment. I can't believe people are finishing their teams this week or next week. I'm not even close in terms of 23rd. I'm not even really close to a 22nd. So, yeah, I'm going to need Zach Johnson to make some money. And, yeah, I'm going to be a bit late to the full primo party, but I feel like with the premiums I've got, I'm pretty confident they can all be top 8 in their position for the rest of the season. Maybe not someone like a Will Ashcroft, but that's about it. I think the rest can definitely be. So, yeah, still got Chera, DeConing. What are we actually on? I'm on 1705 with Chera, DeConing, Horn Francis, Petrarca, and Gorn to play. Did toss up a little bit whether to see DeConing or Gorn. I remember DeConing didn't go massive against West Coast last time they played them, and I did have the captain on him, so I don't really want to fall for that mistake again. They went 118, so it's pretty solid, but yeah, not the captain score you want. Whereas Port, I think people were saying that they give up a lot of points to Rucks, and then he's obviously gone, oh my god, he's gone back-to-back 170s against Port. Holy. Yeah, I think we'll take that. I think we'll take Maxi in this one. Is there any point to prove after his, last second mistake last week? I don't think so, but maybe he comes out with a chip on his shoulder like, fuck you, Stephen May, I'm going to show you why I'm the king of Supercoach. Probably not, but yeah. Let's hope he goes 120 plus anyway. I think Cherry going 105 might actually not be terrible for me or anyone else that VC'd him, just because I think a lot of people might have fallen back on him as a straight C. His form at the moment has been unbelievable. So, I think his 5 round was 152 or something, which, as far as I can remember, I've never seen that high of a 5 round average ever in this game. So, yeah, he's in a rare air at the moment, but it's just like, I think he's got to slow down at some point a little bit. And yeah, today just got cooked in that fourth quarter. I'm not sure what happened. Maybe just fatigue from, versing 2 rucks, because at the end of the day, he's versing 2 very good ruckmen, Jackson and Darcy, so you can't always expect him to go nuts. For me, it was almost like a blind VC, like just purely based on his current form. And I'm still going to chuck him in my plans every week. I don't care who he's versing, like, he's that good. He destroyed Gorn. Yeah, just one down game, it's not going to really hurt, and he's still turned up at the end of the day. But yeah, Maxi should go nuts. I think he's just versing Vizentini from memory. Is there like teams on here? Vizentini? Yeah, it's Vizentini. Anyone else? Oh, Sweet's named as well. I don't really care. I think he'll be fine. Hoping for a tag on Butters. Really hoping for a shutdown tag. And I know it's going to piss a lot of people to hear that, but I've gone the path of the non-own. And I have to stick to it because I can't get him in unless I sideways a mid. Which, looking at my team, 7 trades left. I think I can forget about sidewaysing anyone at this point. So, yeah. I think the one I'm going to target is Jack McRae. What did he score? Big Bad McRae. So, he's in my plans. So, he went 87. We'll get his score up real quick. Jack McRae, 150 break even. Hopefully the BE stays high. Let's check 87 there. So he's going to be 490 this week. Maybe gets to like 470, 480. It's probably as low as he's going to go though. So I'm going to have to find a way to get him with a 25k. I was thinking like, is there anyone I can bring in for deconing that's a forward potentially? And then getting, actually being able to complete a team potentially. So getting Mills at flex next week. I'm not sure. I'm personally not that keen on Callum Mills. I know it sounds crazy because so many people want to bring him in, but I'm just a bit weary of it. So Cozzie's there. Warner's there. Do I want either of those guys? Like Cozzie at 500. Not with a break even at 160. Warner, I mean, he's probably bottomed out, has he? Buy next round. I did forget about that. Oh, it's buy this round, sorry. And then it's like, what, Jack Graham. Ryan Marriage, we bring him back. Harry Mackay, who knows what's happening with him. Yeah, it drops off very quick. Anyone with a good 3-round average that I could bring in? Baker with a 107. Has Baker had a role change? Shit, they're actually pretty good numbers in the last 7 rounds. I'm actually going to quickly check Baker. This is some real late night trading. I know it's, I work night shift, so it's late night for me. It's early morning for most people, 6 a.m. Had a solid gym sesh after work. Back and buy. What am I looking for? Yes. CBAs. West Coast Eagles. Baker. Oh, he's lost CBAs. Interesting. Has he gone? Is he getting kick-ins? Is he playing backline? This would be a crazy pod. Going him, TDK to him. Like, at the end of the day, I want TDK and flex clearly over Callum Mills. But money might not let me do that. So if Baker is viable, I'm going to consider it. Where do I see his heat map? I'm really quite a noob when it comes to this website. Oh, here we go. So his heat map, let's see. How do I get it up again? What does this say? I don't get it. How can I actually bring it up? Shit's confusing. So he had to select a game average. So he's got like a 5-round of, or a 6-round of 104. Pretty solid. So has his role actually changed? I guess we just have to look at this little thing. So he's playing defender mid. Defender mid. But he's not getting any CBAs. So I guess he was more forward in the first half of the season. And now he's gone to more of a defender mid role. What does that mean? Is he getting kick-ins or not? I know I'm kind of rambling here. And it's gone for 19 minutes. So I won't waste too much of your time. But I'm quite confused on this Baker pick. He's not getting kick-ins and he's not getting CBAs. I think we'll fade. How much is he? $4.99. Buy coming up as well? I believe so. I believe hasn't had his buy yet. 14, yeah, around 15 buy. Nah, it's a no-go. Sorry for wasting everyone's time. Melbourne have their buy next week. Yeah. Look, we're going to have to stick with TDK. I'm not bringing in Charlie Curnow. All right, let's keep our fingers crossed with TDK and hope that some rookies can make money and we can actually upgrade, because next week we can't do much unless sidewaysing rookies. Anyway, good luck for the rest of the round, guys. Let's hope Maxi goes absolutely bananas today, and have a good night, and I'll have a good day. Sorry, and I'll see you in the next one.